Last week we took a look at how the conservation science team preserved Korea's relics for future generations. But what about when historical items are located outside and exposed to the elements? Well, today we're here at one of the Joseon Dynasty royal tombs to learn just that. The royal tombs of the Joseon Dynasty were collectively made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2009. Administered and maintained by the Cultural Heritage Association, these exposed treasures present some unique challenges. For example, the bridges making the entrance to the burial sites where visitors cleanse their worldly problems away have been moved over time. The original stones have gone missing or were taken. Therefore, historians and engineers had to work in tandem to recreate these important structures. The Hongsalmun or spirit gates are tall pine arches painted red to scare away evil spirits. They are uncoated, so every year they are inspected for damage and repaired as necessary, and once about every 10 years they receive a fresh coat of paint. Yungnung's worship road was pillaged for several years. Nearby residents took the historic stones for personal use. However, since the end of the Korean War, caretakers were able to use historic documents to recreate the path because of the detailed accounts made during the tomb's construction. A common sight of the tombs are the stelae. These monoliths, erected in honor of the dead kings, were once out in the open. Some may think that the elements pose the greatest threat to these monuments. However, that is hardly the case. During the Korean War, they often came under fire and now stand under a protective roof, scarred from battle. However, not all stone structures received this treatment. The ornately carved steps leading to the Jeonggangak, or ceremonial shrine, also took fire during the Korean War. While preservation specialists once tried to mend the damaged granite, now the Cultural Heritage Association leaves them be. Chosen tombs are surrounded by mountains filled with thick pine forests. This is because historically the Korean people have expressed a fondness for this evergreen. Also, the tree's bark is said to resemble a tortoise's shell, an animal that denotes longevity and wisdom, which happened to be one of the symbols of the Joseon monarchy. However, during World War II, the Japanese cut down many of these pine trees. It is only now that the plots are being replanted with saplings. But pine trees also play a major portion in our last story. Join me next week as we go behind the scenes as the reconstruction effort for Nandaemun concludes. To learn more about how the royal tombs are preserved for future generations, click the link in the description box and surf on over to chiranger.com. You can also keep up with all my activities here in Korea and abroad by following me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. And remember, be true to yourself and always be awesome.